Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I hope everybody's having a great day today. Let's see here. Get all this going. There we go. Let's jump on the regular stream save. I was thinking I might play on the pirate save a bit today. But we'll see what I get into because I still need to upgrade all this stuff. And I still ain't managed to look up the best way currently to farm nanites. As I keep forgetting. But that's alright. I'll get my little pistola upgraded soon enough, because what do I need? 50,000 now? So that may take a while. I'm hoping that with it upgrading it to an S class that I'll be able to add a few more upgrades to it. Of course, it don't have as many slots as the one I'm currently using. Alright, so let me check on all this stuff first. Fleet command online, calibrating, blah blah. Units, superconducting fiber. More superconducting fiber, activated cadmium, sonic egg, 2 of those. Activated indium, magna gold, more magna gold. A lot of stuff. Probably most of it I don't even need. So this is only for trading. Was it stained woodworking magnet? Okay. Activated cadmium. I got all that I need. So I'll sell that. Sonic eggs. Find where I got those. Ah, shit, wrong button. Activated indium. Magno gold. I probably got a full stack of that somewhere. Oh no. 9 left. I'll sell that. That's all of that. Uh-oh. It's flashing yellow. Somebody's got some damage. Both of them got damaged. That means I don't get jack shit out of this one. see what we got. Units, geodesite. That's it. And I've probably got a full stack of that already. Not quite. Let's see what we got for this one. Units. Oh, that one. Got farmer. Now here's the rest of them. Units. I got some nanites. Units, and that's it. Oh no, got eccentric fermenting weapon. I'm sure is only for trading. So we'll sell that as well. Let me add the storage to this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and add it down here. Now, where did I put my trade thing at this time? Oh, over here. Let's see. Sell that. Superconducting fiber, which is in high demand right now, which is nice. Stained woodworking magnet. Activated cadmium. Geodesite. And that. And I think that's everything. Alright, let's go see if we can repair. I don't know why that's still. Activated emerald. Stained medical canister. Okay. Activated emerald. And stained. Watch you who's it. Sell that, and I see that. Yep, that takes care of all of it. Alright, let's go see if we can get these frigates repaired. I think there's like 3 of them that was, yep, 3 of them that was damaged. Let's do this one first. Our vessel is failing. Yeah, well, it's broke. So we got 4. So we got 2 on this side. I reckon 2 on the other side. So that one on the end, I think. I noticed yesterday evening that 7 Days to Die has released the experimental 1.0 version. I downloaded it last night because I couldn't sleep last night. I kind of napped here and there a little bit, but couldn't actually sleep. I think I might have got a couple hours this morning, but anyway, I downloaded it last night and tested it out a little bit. Still can't get it to display through OBS like it should, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I have to figure out how the hell to get to the other side. I have to go all the way back over here and go. Oh yeah, there it is. I think that's it. But yeah, it looked like it was, you know, a few cosmetic changes. Looked like they made some changes to some of the menus. It's got a little bit better character creation now. Because after I jumped on there and played around with it a little bit, I tried fiddling around with it to see if I could get it to display on OBS, and I still couldn't get it to work the way I get everything else to work. But I was able to use a different method to get it to work. I just don't like using that method because if I click on the wrong thing, it could cause me to possibly expose something I wouldn't want to. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's not like it would expose any kind of information, but got some magnetized ferrite. Let's go back, make repairs to the other two. Yeah. Completely forgot where the hell I was going. It's probably going to take me a little bit to get used to the new layout since I remodeled everything on here. Hey Justin, how you doing today? Which technically everything was already marked, but go through the steps. I know how these things have been glitching out. Let's see, we got something here. Oh, no animation. That means it ain't gonna work right. Yep. And I'm trying to remember now how I got past that glitching out last time. It worked pretty well. But I don't remember now how the hell I did it. Nope. Do not go back up the ladder and go this way. Alright, now we did get the animation on this one. Just not the others. Yeah, it's not showing anything damaged. Yeah, so it's gonna. We tried teleporting away and teleporting back to it, see if that fixes it. Like, don't really remember how it worked last time. Okay, that did it. So condensed carbon. So I got one more to repair. And I can go check on, well, I need to see how much fuel I got and set up some more missions. Then I can go check on the settlement. This particular design kind of reminds me of something. I just can't place it. So okay, there's the teleporter, so this should be, yeah. So I got 1, 2, is that it? I think it is. Yeah, we got the animation on that one, so that one should glitch out. See how am I gonna get to that one? Let me go this way. Nope, I didn't think it would. Here we go. Oh, no animation. So that one's gonna glitch. Well, that was interesting. My power went off for a second. Don't know why, but it did. Let's see if we can get everything back up and running here. But if it does that again, I'll probably just call off streaming today. But hopefully it was just some kind of fluke. That's what happens sometimes living out in the country. Of course, I guess that's something that probably occurs pretty much anywhere, but oh boy, this is not good. Okay, well, at least I'm free from that for now. So I'm going to go back onto the freighter, and then I'll just teleport back to the frigate. I probably could have just landed on the frigate, but alright, let's try this again. I'll go ahead and go through this just in case. Yeah, it still didn't do the animation. So I should be able to teleport back and forth, and hopefully that'll fix it again. Yeah, nothing's marked now. So it should have all of it repaired now. Yep, none of them are showing damage now. Alright, let's see how much fuel I got. It should be enough to do at least for now. Alright, what you got for me? Let's see. Got a couple balance, got a trade, an industrial, discovery. I'll do the trade one first. And I'll just send both trade vessels. Just let's see, industrial. We'll send the two industrial ones. Discovery. Send the explorers. And I'll just split the rest of them up among the other two. So I'll send an organic, combat, and a support. Actually, I'll send the doomed one on this one too, because this one's a 2-star one, the other one's a 1-star, so I'll send more ships on that one. And I'll send the rest on this one. Alright, now let's go check on the settlement. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw it, but here a few days ago, I tweeted something about because apparently Harvard came out with a study. Oh shit, I just now realized that I'm not even displaying the game. Oh, wait a minute. I need to run away because in the middle of a fight here. I can't fix the thing doing that. So let me hide back here for a second. There we go. But yeah, Harvard put out this study that, and they say that, aliens could exist among us. They could live underwater. They could live underground. They could do this. Basically, they said that their researchers found that pretty much any of the theories about aliens that have been around for 50 years or more now could be possible. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this is supposed to be Harvard. This is supposed to be one of the most prestigious colleges, not just in the US, but in the world. And they're just now coming to that conclusion. So in my mind, I'm thinking maybe they should just change the name to Harvard Clown College. But anyway, and I know there's been other people that have thought this too, but like it got me to thinking about some of my own thought experiments and thinking about like particularly the Greys, because I saw another thing a while back that was talking about some of the various intelligent humanoid species that used to exist. Like, Neanderthal, and there was a few others actually, which I'd never heard of before. And I know there's some other people. There's one guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's kind of prominent, who has a lot of theories about ancient civilizations that have existed long before any kind of records exist. And how they could have been highly advanced, but, something happened and wiped them out and maybe erased all traces of them. Because one of the things that I always thought was, if you look at the alien Greys, which is what they're most known as, to me they look like a species that would evolve in a very dark environment. Because, they got the pale gray skin, they got the large dark eyes. But, and I've noticed that lately a lot of more people are talking about theories of either an intelligent humanoid species that used to exist on Earth tens of thousands of years ago, maybe even more, that might have been forced to go underground because of some sort of catastrophe or something, and then they just stayed there and just built their entire civilization underground for all this time, and they're still there, and they've become more technologically advanced because they got a lot, uh, thousands of years ahead of us. Wait a minute, let me do this right quick. Planetary specialist Addo and technology merchant Ditterk are rivals for stewardship of the research module. The relationship collapsed after a drunken brawl. Planetary specialist Addo has retaliated by blockading technology merchant Ditterk's dwelling. Well, you shouldn't block somebody from getting into their own house or getting out of their own house, so. And I know in some of the like little short documentaries and things like that I've watched on it, I know some people have also mentioned Atlantis possibly being part of that, like one of those highly advanced ancient civilizations that managed to disappear. Head back to the freighter. And say, to me, that seems kind of plausible. And now I'm getting this glitch again. I was hoping that by moving everything around that it would stop doing that, but nope. If I ever run across a S-class freighter, I'm probably going to trade this one out and see if that fixes the problem. Don't know that it will, and I really hate to swap it out since I've done all this work to it and stuff, but yeah, you think about a lot of these some of these sites where they can't figure out how ancient humans were capable of making such precise building stuff. Like what is the name of that one place? It starts with a T. It's in South America somewhere. Never can remember the damn name of it. But it's the one where they got those like H blocks that are like super precise and things like that. And a lot of people have studied it and say that we can't even replicate what was done there today with what technology we have. But so, and of course, Ancient Aliens, that stupid show. No, it was just aliens. They came here and built cities, and if they built cities here, why the fuck did they leave? Because if they were that much more advanced than humans at the time, they would have had no reason to leave. Unless there was some sort of environmental change that made the place uninhabitable for them. But there would be evidence if that had happened. Because there would be some kind of evidence of a change, of a major atmospheric or environmental change that happened during the time of humans. And I've not heard about anything like that. I mean, I know there has been some changes, but nothing that would be that catastrophic. But what if it was a highly advanced intelligent species that evolved here on Earth that built it, and then something happened that drove them underground? Because there could have been any number of things that would have caused them to escape underground that might not have been as devastating as, something that would cause somebody to just completely leave. But I don't know. It's just stuff I like to think about sometimes. Oh yeah, I was gonna sell the stuff I got from this can go in storage, and then all this I'll just sell. Well, they really don't want any of these here. I'm gonna sell them anyway. Now, I think instead of going through the list of systems I've already been to, I think I'm just going to go to some new systems and do some missions and stuff and see what I can come up with to help me upgrade all my junk. I mean, it could also be possible that maybe if there was an ancient intelligent civilization that was highly advanced like that, to be able to build something like the place I was talking about, which I can't remember the name of, maybe they had built some form of space ship, and maybe with the other intelligent species being on the rise, maybe they decided they just didn't want to be here anymore and left. So who knows? So another thing I thought was funny in their report was they even mentioned possibility of alien bases on the moon and stuff. They're just going through the whole gambit Let me head out to the space station. I see we got a Mercenaries Guild booth here. But yeah, I think what I'm going to start doing, instead of going back to stations I've already been to, I'm going to start heading towards the center of the galaxy. And with each jump, I'll stop at the space station and see what kind of missions they got. Yeah, there's one for nanites. Got one for multi-tool expansion slot. Kill one Sentinel quad. That's the Sentinel doggies. Well, I've not had very much luck against them so far, but we're gonna try it anyway. If it gets too hairy, I'll just tuck tail and bug out. It's got high Sentinel activity. Sentinel activity. Little to no Sentinel activity. Is it one that maybe has aggressive Sentinels? Maybe. So let me do it because I'm too close to the space station. Go this direction away so I can see the one that's hiding behind the other planet there. Wait, there is no other. Was it one? That's weird. Thought sure there was another planet there hiding. But I reckon not. Yeah. I guess I'll go down here and pick a fight, see what happens. But that was always one of my gripes with that show, Ancient Aliens, was the fact that they just assumed that ancient humans were stupid. Which I don't believe to be the case. Matter of fact, I think ancient humans were quite intelligent. And of course, they were some of the first to invent things that we just take for granted now. And they didn't have the advantage. Oh, there's a Sentinel. Damn it. Y'all coming from over here this time. Okie dokie. A little too late to heal your buddy there. Make sure to keep picking these up to keep my shields charged. But sometimes I forget to do that. Here we go. Here comes the doggy. Where you at? Let me get rid of the repair bots first. Where the hell did the other one go? Lit up and disappeared like a fart in the wind. There's the doggy. And there's the other repair bot. Get rid of you. Try to get rid of all of these first so I can concentrate on the doggy. Bad doggy! Stop that. Alright, that's all I needed to do. Now I need to escape. Grab the stuff and I can get the hell out of here. Oh shit, I ran right into him. Just run and hide. Alright. Did a lot better against the puppers that time than I did last time. Because last time I was struggling. Yeah, another thing I tend to do sometimes when I'm thinking about stuff like that is I try to put myself in the mindset of like an ancient human. and think about how they would see the world, how they would interpret the things going on around them, all that kind of stuff. Okay. I thought I was hearing something, so I wanted to mute the game for a second. Nope. That's kind of like that one day on stream when I was talking about like the first people who realized that seeds from fruit actually caused more plants to grow, just like the one that the seed come out of. Like maybe, you know, some caveman somewhere, maybe they just found some fruit nearby, maybe it was watermelon or apple tree or who knows, and they would eat it and didn't want the seeds, so they spit them out or whatever on the ground near the cave, and then like the following year new plants started growing there where he discarded the seeds. And then over time he realized that the plants that grew there where he discarded the seeds were the same as where he got the seeds from to begin with. So seeing that, he thought to himself, that's where I discarded those little hard things. And now there's new plants making more of the thing that the hard things come out of. So let me go over here at this other spot, and I'll drop some more of them little hard things and see if more of these grow. So they did, and they did grow. They're like, ha. These little hard things that hurt my old rotten teeth because I'm a caveman that don't have a toothbrush. And I still didn't even look and see what the hell. It's like 250 uranium. I should have a uranium mine somewhere. Yeah, right there. Let me check right quick and see what the hell I'm at, though. Ujisara. Let me look at the space stations and see if the name... That's not going to show me this one. It should say previous system anyway. No, my base is not the space station. And then, you know, with that little thought experiment, you could even go further and be like, well, okay, how did they discover that animal manure worked as a fertilizer to make the plants grow better? Now, that could have been that maybe they put them seeds down in a place where animals frequented. They saw animals crapping there and they saw that the plants grew better. Could just be that while they were tracking animals that they were hunting. Like this, you could even take this back to like when cavemen were hunting woolly mammoths. And they could tell, they knew, because they knew the migration habits, they knew the patterns of the animals very well, because they had to be able to hunt them proficiently. Otherwise, they would starve to death. So they could probably easily see that along the normal travel paths and things, that the foliage grew more vigorously than in areas where they weren't frequently traveling. Yeah, it's Ujusara. So that would have been fairly easy to figure out, I think. Oh, I guess I'm going to give him the... Okay. Deliver the goods to the secure depot. Okay. Alright, mission target is in another system. Or maybe it's... Maybe it's back in the system close to where my uranium mine is. I don't know, I'm going to go back and see. Easy enough to teleport between here and there. But, you know, another thing could be maybe there was an ancient, highly advanced civilization, maybe even more advanced than we are now, that evolved here on Earth, lived on the surface, and they saw the human species along with the others coming up at the time, like Neanderthal and all those. And maybe around that time they were needing specific rare minerals or something, maybe. You know, maybe they were developing their spacefaring technology and they needed certain rare minerals that was not very easy to find on the surface. But they knew of some underground cavern systems or something where it was a little bit more plentiful. So maybe they thought, well, we got these guys coming up. They're kind of barbaric. They're always fighting each other. We don't want to be involved with that, even though we could easily defeat them. We just don't want to be involved. We need all these rare minerals. They're a lot more easily accessible underground, so let's just go down there and start mining these minerals and then traveling into space, and we'll just let these ignorant monkeys do what they gonna do on the surface. Because of course if they were that advanced they would have probably just looked at us and the Neanderthals and whatever other species there were. They would have just thought we were slightly smarter monkeys than the other monkeys. Because we are all primates after all. Because that's like, now I know I've seen a few things in the last few years about how chimpanzees are starting to, at least some of them in some areas, are starting to show some very early signs of developing religion. Because they observe some, I don't remember now exactly where or what they were doing, but it was something like they would find like certain rocks and they would bring them and stack them up around a particular stump or something like that. But it was something kind of simple like it, like they were bringing some sort of offering or something. Is that on the same planet? I'll just go out of the atmosphere because either way it's going to be quicker to get there if I do it this way. Which I guess for me it just comes a bit easy to imagine things like that. And I know it's not not always easy for everybody to imagine stuff like that. So you could sort of think of it like with us now, as advanced as we are, if, you know, because we got Musk talking about wanting to colonize Mars, and we got NASA wanting to go back to the moon and possibly build bases there. So just think that in order to do that, we need some kind of mineral. Rare mineral. It's very rare on the surface, but we find deep earth deposits in cavern systems or whatever where it's plentiful. So we use our technology, develop ways to go down there, and you know, maybe something happens. It could be, you know, disease, famine, whatever. Maybe part of the population is wiped out and the rest of them think, well, well, let's just head down here. It'd be safer. We can gather this material, then we can go, to the moon and to Mars and do our colonization thing before we go extinct. Or that doesn't happen, but the populations of like chimpanzees and gorillas and orangutans and all these other primates that are closely related to us, their populations start exploding and they start warring with each other all the time. And we get caught in the middle. But because we're environmentally conscious, we don't want to just wipe all those species out and cause them to go extinct. So rather than defending ourselves from them or going to war with them and wiping them out, we say, okay, we've got these underground cavern systems, we can expand on them, we've got plenty of the minerals we need to build the stuff we need to go build bases on the moon and colonize Mars. So we just go underground. And then either we accomplish that goal and go out into space and start traveling and colonizing and whatever, or we kind of get stuck down there for whatever reason. Maybe the wars between the other primate species just get real bad and they end up wiping out most traces of our existence on the surface, or they just devastate it in a way that we wouldn't be able to survive there for long. Maybe they get a hold of our weapons and figure out how to use them. So we just stay down there and are not able to travel to space. But we're able to keep the human species going. So evolution would dictate that over time there would be changes to our physiology that would allow us to survive better in a subterranean environment. So probably, more than likely, one of the first changes that would be seen would be in our eyesight. Our eyes might start to get bigger to let in more light since we're in a dark environment. Because maybe we don't have artificial light down there that's safe enough to use, or maybe we start off with using like battery power and something. Maybe all the batteries run out. We don't have a way to make more being trapped underground. So we're kind of forced to then evolve in a completely dark environment. Because you don't want to be using fire and things like that for long periods of time if you're underground, because you're going to deplete your oxygen. You're going to fill the space up with carbon dioxide. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's carbon dioxide. And all that kind of shit. So that's not feasible. Maybe for the short term, but definitely not for the long term. Then again, maybe I'm just talking shit and I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just saw another interesting thing recently that was talking about crop circles and how a few people were kind of studying the patterns, and they started applying, I think it was binary code to the patterns, and they started finding messages in the crop circles. And of course, binary code is one of the ways that at least some people think would be the most likely way that a more advanced, more intelligent species than us that came here from somewhere else in the universe or whatever, or even, if they were somehow Earthlings that we just don't know about because maybe they're subterranean or whatever. But either way, wherever they come from. But some speculate that that's how they might try to communicate, is using binary code instead of whatever. Which, I mean, that kind of makes sense, because you think if you're an advanced species, even if you've gone beyond using binary code, you would probably still know about it. So, if you discovered a more primitive planet with a more primitive species that was still at least somewhat intelligent, and you could, from observation, you saw that they did have computers and technology that took advantage of binary code, you'd be like, oh, okay, let's use that. Because from observation, you say, okay, well, there's people over here that speak one language, people over here speak a different language, rather than try to learn all those languages and translate them. Although it might be fairly easy for an advanced civilization to do that, it would still just be a lot easier knowing that everybody uses binary code. Just use that. It's like, we'll just use this. Surely they can figure this out. Let's see, let me go back to the station in this system, because there was another one. Another mission for another. Shit, I can't think of the name of it now. Lack of sleep is killing me, man. It's rotting my damn brain. Yeah, multi-tool expansion slot. That's it. Might go ahead and grab that too. Oh, let's kill another sentinel god, damn it. So I'll do it. Oh, there's an exotic ship. Oh, well, you know what? I've already got enough ships. As a matter of fact, I need to get rid of some of what I got. Although I kind of hate to get rid of the starter ship that it starts you off with just for sentimental reasons, not really any other reason. And then I've got a couple of ships that were exclusive Twitch drops, and I kind of don't want to get rid of those, even though they're not that great. And then I got ones from completing community expeditions I don't really want to get rid of. And they are good because most of them are S-class, unique ships. Even though I don't use them because I'm always using this one, I still don't want to get rid of them. Because if I do, they're gone. I can't get replacements. Yeah, let's just find a sentinel and pick a fight, I reckon. I guess while I'm looking for one, I can be gathering the hydrogen, since I don't have a whole lot of it. It might be a good way to draw in a sentinel too, because they don't like it when you collecting stuff. Yep, there we go. Kind of like to get them a little further away from my ship, but is that the doggy? Not yet, it doesn't seem. That kind of reminds me. I remember now I was seeing something about. Here comes puppers. Seeing something about. I think it was in Australia. They came up with this like saltwater battery. I want to look into that some more. Oh, I need to be grabbing some supplies to replenish my shields here. Now, where'd the doggy go? There you are, you little shit. Bad doggy. Oh, bad doggy, where'd you go? I can't see you. I hear you. There you are. Bad doggy. Grab that. Where are they coming from? Okay, they're coming from that direction, so my ass is going in this direction. Damn, that's a long time for them to be searching. Which I know that at least between humans and Neanderthals there was some interbreeding, because I know they've said they found traces of Neanderthal DNA in some human populations. I wish now I could remember what the other humanoid species were, though. I'll have to look it up, I reckon. No, I don't want to get in another fight, so. You can keep those dihydrogen crystals, you little asshole. Yeah, I thought I should put it over here. Yeah, sometimes I just like, looking into some of the scientific research from different disciplines and seeing if maybe they can kind of connect to each other. Maybe they could kind of help to explain each other and maybe even reinforce each other as being likely or whatever. Because I'm sure it's easy for, some scientists, maybe they're trained in like only one discipline. So I'm sure they look outside of their own disciplines for, supporting evidence and stuff like that a lot. But, sometimes they might get a little too tunnel visioned. Oh, that was a good stretch. Oh. Oh man, that was a damn good stretch. Wish I could do it again. Let's go ahead and do this. And, I mean, there is some evidence of that through history. You take a look at, some of the scientists who now are considered some of the most brilliant scientists from history, but during their time, some of their ideas were thought to be just, bordering insane. Because it fell well outside of whatever the consensus was and whatever discipline it was at that particular time. And I get it, scientists, they try to be objective, try to, be open to whatever, but, they're also human. They also make mistakes. Sometimes they get a little too personally involved with an idea and aren't really interested in contrary evidence or criticism of their idea. Or sometimes they get too focused on a particular thing, so they don't even bother to look outside of that or look at other disciplines that maybe could help come to the right conclusion, so they end up making mistakes. Like I say, they're just human, so it happens. Okay. A tree that had yet to spawn in decides to fly away, and then bam, it's all of a sudden right back in front of me and fully rendered in. First time I've had that happen in this game. And there's nothing wrong with people making mistakes. It happens, and I think the important thing is if you do make a mistake, just try to learn from it so you can do better in the future. I'm just going to try to blow this up and get the hell out of here. Run away, run away. Like a big old chicken. Ship is over here. Which, when you think about it, it's kind of funny that, people associate a chicken with cowardice, because sure, some chickens probably are chickens, but there's tons of examples of particularly roosters who will fight a predator to the death just to protect the hens. And of course, I also remember hearing the story that when America was first founded and they were working out things like, what flag they wanted, what they wanted the national bird to be, and all that. I think it was Benjamin Franklin originally wanted the national bird to be a chicken. And I think it was because of that fact that, roosters will fight to the death and sacrifice themselves to save the hens of the flock. But some other people didn't think that was a good idea. And then eventually they landed on it being the eagle. I think the turkey might have been another suggestion. Or maybe it was Benjamin Franklin that wanted the turkey. I don't know. Oh, it's been so long since I've heard the story. I don't remember exactly anymore. Let's do that one. Because I forgot to look at what replaced the one that I completed just now. And it gives me nanites, so we will do that one. Uh-oh. Actually, I don't even give a shit if this thing leaves this time. I'm just going for the shields. Because, I mean, the only thing that'll happen is I'll lose out on getting payment for taking this thing out and making them surrender. And I got shit tons of money anyways. I just get rid of this thing as quick as I can. So it's less damage to the civilian ships. Hopefully. Last one, maybe. Yep. They're freaking the warp out of here. back in. Oh, hold on one minute. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was just a stupid automated call. But I figured while I was be right back, I'd get up and stretch a little bit, get a little blood flowing through my legs, and take another outhouse break. And I heard some thunder, so we'll see how that goes. So we go. Oh, I guess I could go. Nah, I don't even care. Y'all keep your shit. I don't need no reward. Another thing I've kind of been getting interested in lately too is some of the work of Nikola Tesla. Because of course I always knew, he did experiments with like electricity and trying to transmit it through the air and different things like that, but he also did quite a bit of study of like energy waves and things like that. So I've been looking, wanting to look into some of that, and I know there's a lot of stuff that's been around for centuries about like using sound waves for all sorts of different purposes, like healing and different things. That thing getting aggressive towards me? Oh yeah, that was pretty loud and it was kind of close. I need 3 more. I just need 1 more. But anytime I start looking into something like that, everything that I find initially, at least, I'll take with a grain of salt. And then, once I find a preponderance of evidence that something is most likely true, that's when I'll start being like, okay, well, maybe there is something to this. See, I think it's a shame that a lot of things like natural healing and things like that are not taken seriously by the scientific community, because surely they would be able to use scientific method to test a lot of this stuff to see if it's actually worth it. But that goes back to the fact that if a lot of that kind of stuff, if it does turn out to be true, then nobody can make money off of it, because like, say if you find a way to easily cure a disease just by eating a particular, maybe not even one particular food, but maybe a particular type of food. Well, the pharmaceutical companies, for one, are screwed, because now nobody's going to want their expensive medicine. And they're going to do every damn thing in their power to prevent that, and they've got the money to back it up. And I think that's why a lot of times, because I know, in the past I've heard like initial reports that, they've had this major breakthrough in research for whatever it is. But after that initial report, you never hear anything about it again. And I think probably at least 9 times out of 10 when that happens. I mean, sure, sometimes maybe they jump the gun and, announce this huge breakthrough only to find out, that was maybe their experiment was flawed or something happened that skewed the results. Anyway, they found out that they were wrong, so you never hear anything about it because they're too damn embarrassed to say anything. But I think more often than not, it's because it would cut into the profits of some, massive corporation or group of corporations like pharmaceutical companies or whatever. So they use their massive wealth and their army of lawyers and make it go away. And they may not even need the lawyers, because they may, it's a smaller independent research company or even just an individual. They may show up at their door with a briefcase full of cash and say, "Stop what you're doing, and this is yours." And they see that briefcase full of $100 bills or whatever it is, and they're just like, I can't turn this down. I've got a family to feed. I've got bills to pay. Maybe they're not in good financial circumstances, or maybe they're just easily swayed, because it happens. Here's me another multi-tool expansion slot. Let's do that. But yeah, it's pretty sad that happens though, because like I say, I think at this point in time, with the advancements that we've made just in the last 100 years, we should still be further advanced than where we are now, at least in my opinion. So is there a particular system it's going to go to? Read the thing for you. Locate crease on plant source. Oh, that's right. This is feed. Just feeding creatures, so it don't matter if they're the same or different. But yeah, I think ultimately it always ends up going back to money. And you know, I think sometimes it's just, unfortunately, it's a circumstance to where maybe uh, an individual or a small company, you know, may be on doing some really good research, maybe be on the verge of some kind of major breakthrough that could change things, and rather than them even getting to that point where um, you know, somebody might want to silence their research, which they don't always do that. Sometimes they may just buy the patents to it and then never implement it. I know the pharmaceutical companies do that sometimes. But, you know, maybe they just run out of money and maybe they can't get more funding to complete the research. So that does happen as well. Let's see. There you go. Got some of you kinfolk over here, so give all y'all some. Ouch. Now, I'm not chasing your ass down. Come here, little one. Here, I'll give you some food too. Here, you eat this and stop killing these other ones because I need to feed them some stuff. And that one just ran. So did that one. I ran back out though. One more.
Navigational data received.
Because it's like in, you know, certain areas, it seems like we advance very rapidly, but in other areas, it's like it's just at a snail's crawl. And yes, I know some. Oh, this planet has those bastards. Still can't scan them. I was going to take off, but then I saw that. Oh, look at that. That looks almost like part of a skull. But I know, you know, some areas of research are going to be naturally be slower than others. But yeah, I still think it. Just in general, science needs to be a little bit more open-minded about some things. Which I mean, they do. You know, I know there has been plenty of research into like natural plants and things and chemicals that they possess that can be used to make drugs to cure stuff, or not necessarily cure it, but to treat it. 'Cause, I'm convinced that at least no pharmaceutical company wants a cure for anything because they're profit driven. So why would you cure something when you can just treat the symptoms and have a customer for life? Because you're going to get a lot more profit from that than you will for a one-time cure. And I also think some of the lack of advancement also falls on the education system. Exosuit expansion unit. Sure, why not? Because you think, how long has it been that that people going for like medical training and stuff spend the same amount of years in college? And the base of knowledge has grown as much as it has. Because with more knowledge they need to acquire, shouldn't they be going longer? Just a thought. Plus, I think the way, knowledge is tested is kind of inadequate as well. Which I know there's plenty of people who also think that way. 4 more. So honestly, there's a lot of areas I think where education or training is just falls way too short of where it should be. Oh, I don't need to shoot you. And I was thinking about just discarding a bunch of this stuff, but I guess I could just sell it. At least get a little bit of money out of it and not let it go to complete waste. But with thinking all of that, trying to figure out what the problems are that holds back advancement, then you have to try to think, okay, well, what's a solution to fix those problems? And that's where it gets really complicated. Because how do you motivate an industry that's based solely on profit to do things that's going to hurt their profit in the long run? That is a conundrum. I don't really want to do that one. So I'm gonna sell that, sell that. I mean, an easy answer to that would be, have government force them to do it. But I don't like that solution. Because there's many, many arguments against that solution that I really really don't want to go into right now. But shit, I shouldn't have sold that. I could have converted that to upgrades and then sold them for nanites, but oh well. Done it now, can't undo it, so I made sure I could go back to my last save, but it's not worth it for what few nanites I'd get out of it. Now let me hop on here. We'll go on to the next system, and I'm gonna head towards the center of the galaxy as I do this. Because, like I say, one of my goals was to eventually go to a whole nother galaxy on this playthrough. But yeah, that's where you run into a conundrum. Oh. Which I know that's one of the sort of upsides to AI that a lot of people are talking about, is how it's able to parse through all the information that's out there on the internet way faster than any human could, and maybe find obscure things or make connections that would take too long for people to do. So maybe that could help. And sure, I think it's one thing that could help. And I think another thing that would actually help would be making scientific research and scientific study a lot more open and a lot more easily accessible to the general public too. Because I know I often, when I'm wanting to look into something deeper and I'm wanting to find like actual published research papers on a subject from actual scientific studies, it can be hard to find. And sometimes trying to find exactly what you want can be really hard. Oftentimes you'll find stuff that's kind of on the subject, but maybe it looks at it in a different way that's not going to help you with what you're trying to figure out or whatever. And then sometimes you'll find something that looks very promising, and then it's behind a paywall. Or maybe it's something that was printed exclusively in print only in some magazine or journal that you would have to subscribe to or whatever, or may even not even be available to the